it a
You
go?
ready, love?
I sure am.
I can tell you. I can tell from the back room you had energy. Where you calling me from, Victoria?
I am from Chicago, the Midwest. So I grew up in Indiana, and then I ping pong
Okay.
between the two. So
You know,
yeah, good old
I
Chicago.
lived a lot of my life in Chicago,
Did you really? What part?
downtown.
Yes. Okay, we'll keep it safe. I forgot we on the internet. We'll keep it safe.
The all-new Kendra G Singles dating app is available now on iPhones and Android phones. Just go to your app store.
Victoria, Chicago. How old are you?
I am 27. I'll be turning 28 in September.
I used to host a morning show on WGCI. You don't listen to the radio?
Did you? No, not in it. Girl, I'm too busy. I travel all the time, so
Oh, okay.
when I'm not traveling, I'm sleeping. But that's amazing.
For like 8 years.
Get out of here! Oh my
That's
God,
I'm
not
like,
you!
you didn't know? You know?
Not you embarrassing me out here. Oh Lord. Okay.
No, it's all good. It's all good. Victoria, Chicago, 27. You have any children, honey?
No, I do not.
Okay. And what do you do for a living?
I am a traveling intake specialist for counseling for a pregnancy research.
So all these words, she said traveling intake specialist and counseling for and I didn't let her finish on purpose because I wanted to get to this. Ever since the Super Bowl, when her wig was fucking falling off, she has been wearing hats. And this is the worst. Why are you wearing a cowboy hat? Just why? Not. I'm just asking questions. Take this off. Take the wig off. Can we see your hair, Kendra G? I know you're a very successful woman in the eyes of America, but in your personal life, are you successful? You would tell us you are, because you say such words as single season at 45 years old, which tells me you just make up your own reality. No, your reality is what it is. And at 45, your reality says that you have demonstrated your career is more important than having a husband, having a family, or anything in those type of areas. But let me tell you something. You were put on this earth by God to have a family, which means have a husband that you cooperate with, and then you procreate, and then you have children, preferably more than one. But no, you are so worldly. But you know what? To your credit, I've never heard you speak of God. I never heard you speak of that. So that would explain why you where you're at. So if you make large amounts of money and all of these type of things, is that success? I don't think so. I really don't think so. Success is doing what you were put here to do. And if you don't know what you were put here to do, then you will never have success. A woman was not put here to be independent. A woman was put here to be interdependent. The same as a man. It's the same thing. A man was put on this earth to be interdependent in certain ways with a woman. All these independent women are out here living their best life. They're going on girls' trips and doing all this type of stuff. They're in their careers. You're living counter to God. Period, point blank. That's what you're doing. We need to start speaking these things and putting these things in these women's lives. You independent woman, you're living counter to God. And the reason why I'm going to say this is because so many of them want God-fearing men and all these type of things. But they don't really want that. Damn. I went on way too long for a video that is, let me see, a minute in. I don't even know what this video is going to be. So let's get back to Victoria from Chicago, one of my favorite cities in the world.
It's our center.
So traveling intake counselors?
Yes. Traveling intake specialist / counselor. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What's your zodiac sign?
I don't believe in zodiac.
So a traveling intake specialist. Why you got to make it sound so exotic? You work at the counter. When we go to the airport and we stand in those fucking lines, you the person that we end up checking this and checking that. You got a bag? Yeah. You're that person. What is this traveling intakes? Traveling intake specialist. You got a job just like the rest of us. Stop this.
Zodiac signs are like tarot cards and all that.
No worries. So we got Victoria. Have you ever been married?
Nope.
Okay. All right, let's do it. We got Victoria, Chicago, 27, a travel intake specialist, no kids, never married. What kind of man you looking for, girl?
Before we get into that, kudos to the young lady. She looks natural. I'm not, regardless of race or whatever, but the race has to be taken into consideration because most black women have the lashes and the nails and the hair and all the shit with the chemicals in it that's gonna fuck their brains up and their body up and all this type of shit. Now, if you want to go there, you can go there. That's up to you. She looks natural. We appreciate natural. All right, let's see. All right, there we go. Ooh, look at that. So, yes, we appreciate natural, and let's give kudos to this young lady for being natural. I mean, she got a hoodie on. I mean, a brown hoodie at that. How much more natural can you be than that?
I'm looking not for a Christian, but a man of God, because I've dated in the church too, and a lot of people like to throw that around now, like, oh, I'm a Christian, and they act not like a Christian. So I'm looking for a man of God.
So what's the differences? Break it down for the people.
Woo. Okay, so I was raised in the church, so there's a big difference. So like, you know, they'd always like say I'm a Christian, and they're out here cheating on women, they're out here not being loyal, they're betrayal, they just don't have the characteristics of it. They only go to God when they want something or when they need a breakthrough or a miracle. A man of God is if I'm having a panic attack or if I'm going through spiritual warfare, I don't have to ask this man to pray for me, that's by instinct. So it's a genuine relationship with the Lord, not just for, let me get this woman because she says she's a Christian, I'm gonna go to a couple churches on Sunday. Go to church on a couple of Sundays and then never go to church again after that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What are your deal breakers?
I cannot stand arrogance. That's an immediate turn off for me. I don't like it. Don't do it. I'm a very confident woman. If I get that and whiff of it, I'm gone. I won't even look your way. Another deal breaker, honestly, is a lack in emotional intelligence and maturity. If I can't sit here and talk, I got a lot of personality, so I got big emotions. And if I can't sit here and talk to you about it and communicate, it's probably not going to work.
Okay. Should he look a certain way?
Preference? Okay, so when I usually date, I do have a preference. I do go off of personality as well, but I do like darker features with a nice little taper beard, a little taper cut with the high hair on top, and I do like them tall because I'm 5'8" and I wear heels because I also model, so, and just to look cute. So I want to feel small. You know, I've always dated men my height, or, you know, shout out to the short kings. We love a good short king though.
Okay, how tall are you?
5'8".
So would you date a man 5'8", or he has to be taller?
Preference wise, I want a tall man, but if he's a good guy, he's gonna treat me right, and I could build something. I wouldn't mind a short king.
Okay. Let's do the Kendra King. Oh no.
Why does he do these things? Short king. A 5'8" man is not a short person. The average man is 5'9". What are we short? They use all these things, these modifiers and qualifiers and all these short king. This shit is irritating. Not irritating to women, but the sole purpose of what I'm doing is to help you women understand this is what men see, this is what men think. Short king. So, why would you base a potential life decision? This is a life decision on how tall a man is. Why would you do that? Because a man would never base a life decision on something as trivial as that. But I know why. I know why women do it. Because men have set up the world in such a fashion to where you can actually do that. But men, we remain logical. We remain logical, and because there are so much more women to choose from, women on the earth as a whole outnumber men. So if you're not it, well, we can go elsewhere. We can choose something else. Y'all need to understand that. Why do you think in the black community in particular, 80% of the babies are made by less than 20% of the men? Y'all choose the same type of men. I'm in that less than 20%. I'm in that less than 20%. I make the majority of the babies in the black community. Not apologizing for it. I was a boy. I was dumb. Did some dumb shit. I don't regret any one of my children. Will never. And they were not mistakes.
So before we get to the Kendra camp, do we gotta make a certain amount of money?
Honestly, I would like it to be where if we decided to have children, I have the option to be a stay-at-home mom and we're not struggling. So I would like him to make a good income. It doesn't have to be ridiculous. Now, I'm not going to say no to 6 figures. You know, I'm more than happy with that. But one of the main things, I just want that option that when I do have kids, I can stay home with them and we're not going to struggle. I'm not going to have to, round you up pennies. So as long as you make a pretty solid income, I'm cool with it.
We need a number. Because if you say a number, it makes it real. So she basically saying she wants him to make at least $100,000. And in Chicago, $100,000 is like, in Chicago, $100,000 is probably like $70,000 in most places. Because Chicago is expensive, but it's not New York and it's not Los Angeles. But can we get a number? We'll see if Kendra will make her push a number, which I don't think she will.
Okay. Now let's do the Kendra camp.
Okay. Oh my God, excuse my blanket. That's embarrassing.
Oh Lord. Oh,
I'm a little tall, so hold on.
You said you're 5'8", right? Okay.
Yeah, I'm 5'8".
Ooh. You got a booty too.
Oh my gosh. It's to the point with men, the men that I talk to, okay, we like looking at big boobs. We like looking at big breasts, but today is just like I mean, we can go on IG and any social media platform that you think of. I am going to say this. It's almost really not a big deal today. It's really not almost a big deal. We like some fat ass. We like some donks. Yes, we do. We like some grande tetas. We like those. But today is we see them all the time, every day. I can scroll right now. I can see them, and it's just really like, okay, I'm not impressed. I'm really not impressed. So y'all behind. Ladies, y'all are behind. Y'all gotta catch up. There are other things that we are looking for. If y'all want us. Man, listen. But it's fascinating. It is fascinating. And I'm enjoying every minute of it. And look, wait a minute. Wait a minute. So Kendra said, oh, and you got a booty. After Kendra said that, look at this lady's face. She's hearing that from a woman, so it's way more important than hearing it from a man, because she has heard it from a man. She hear this shit every day. And you know why? Because of those pants that she have on. She just wear those out in public all the time. Y'all, come on now. Let's get this shit together, because we need to be together.
I'm half Mexican, half Puerto Rican, so I got a Mexican face with a Puerto Rican body.
And you talk fucking
I never
fast.
heard that before.
Yep.
Oh, okay. What was your last relationship?
About a year ago.
Year ago. Okay.
And you big.
Yeah. You don't have to answer, but I'm gonna ask. When's the last time you was intimate with someone?
That's very personal to me. I'm a little conservative with that, so I prefer to not answer.
3 flaws you have to work on.
I am Latina, so I'm a little spicy, so I get a little hot-headed sometimes. But we've come a long way since, my younger 20s. So definitely a little more patience.
So she said, I'm a Latina, I'm a little spicy, so that's some gotta work on. So what that means is, here's what the men think. You're not taking any accountability to your behavior. All right? Because every Latina is not a little bit spicy and all these other things that you just said, lady. Accountability.
I think I tend to overthink, not as much as I used to, but I can kind of assume things. But we've definitely worked on that. So just a little bit more understanding, I guess you could say. And the third one, I'm pretty adventurous. So girl, I'm always doing something. I'm very active. I guess being more like present, like when I'm doing my rest days, to actually rest instead of having to do something all the time.
Okay. And why would a guy be lucky to be with you?
Girl, do we got the time for that? Because there's several. Okay, let me be for. Honestly, I'm a very traditional woman, being modern. I'm all about the family dynamic.
Impossible.
And I'm a super, super, super loyal person. And I know how to have fun. I went skydiving at 25. Like, I have bucket lists. I've modeled in Paris.
You said what at 25, honey?
I went skydiving, girl.
Oh, okay.
Yes. I'm very adventurous. I'm very active, so you'll never be bored with me. I'm also the type, too, where as extroverted as I...
What if I want to be bored with you? I'm not trying to get into no adventurous type shit. No adventurous type shit. I've lived my life pretty much. Let's go do this shit and be boring. That word triggers some people. But if you know that boring, that means there's no drama, there's no nothing. That means there's some structure. That just means that we're going to concentrate on things that needs to get done. I'm not trying to be fucking adventurous. Skydiving? I was in the fucking military. I was in the Marine Corps for 4 years. You think I want to go skydiving? What? Adventurous? I done been through every adventure that you can even imagine. I was on the continent of Africa, in Somalia. Adventurous? No.
I'm definitely coming into that little introverted side that I have. So I also do like to be at home and watch movies with a glass of wine and cuddle and talk. So yeah.
Not to go off tangent, I skydive. I'm not sure how. I was in my 20s when I did it because I was living in Philly at the time. Or I could have been 30. I could have been 30. But it was the scariest thing I've ever did in my life. Yeah. And I said I would never do it again in life. And really, skydiving is really crazy because you jump out of a plane with a person you meet that day.
Yes.
Like, let's just say that person had a bad day and now I'm like, I feel like when you skydive, you should spend time with the person you're skydiving with for a week. So you can confirm that they're happy within their lives, because if they're miserable, they can take you out too. So
all right, so Kendra's making this shit way more complicated than it needs to be. First of all, I know skydiving is a niche industry, and I'll say that because don't nobody need to be fucking skydiving unless it's necessary. So the fact that you live in a country to where you can pay some money and go do this thing, skydive, but then she makes it more complicated, just like she has made relationships, which is why she's 45, no kids, no prospects, no man, no husband, nothing. Okay, we'll go with that. You're gonna make skydiving more difficult than it needs to be. Spend a week with the person that you're going out skydiving with? No, you shouldn't be skydiving in the first place. And if you choose to do it, just go fucking do it. You said you were adventurous. Adventurous really means you're really not putting too much thought into it. It means you're going to go to a destination and you're just going to do whatever it is that's at that destination. That is skydiving. And to know that there are women, and this woman is an example. Oh, she really listening to her. She really listening to what she got to say. Oh my goodness. I don't want to say there's hope. Because I was going to say we're doomed. No, we're not doomed. Because this shit is going to take a turn for the better. It is going to take a turn for the better. And it's starting. Because people like Kendra G, I'm 1,000% smaller than her, but I don't give a fuck. I will speak the truth all day. She's not getting the views that she used to, and she's out here telling these women, and I don't even know where I was going, but oh my God, it's just frustrating. And this woman, look at her, and she's taking it all in. You can tell by the way she's looking. She's concentrating. She's taking it in. Let's continue with this nonsense.
Oh, when I skydived, when I got to the ground, I promised myself I would never do it again. Not to go off tangent. Right, couple things with you, Victoria. What's the age range you want to date?
I would like to do, I don't want to do younger, so please be my age, 27, 28, and the highest I would go probably 35.
Okay, and should he be in Chicago?
He doesn't have to be. I'm a traveling girly, so I don't mind a little travel.
You don't mind a little travel. Could he have kids?
No. I've done that. I'm no shade to the men out there with children. I've met beautiful fathers. I've worked with fathers, single fathers. I definitely think it's a calling, and I shout out to you guys. But my personal experience with that, I've always got the short end of the stick and got shot in my foot. So I'm not going to kind of break
What does
that boundary
mean?
anymore.
All right,
Short end
so
of the
no
stick.
men with kids. And
So she said, short end of the stick, got shot in the foot, all these type of stupid phrases. I would ask, what does that mean? Short end of the stick, shot into the foot, because most men, regardless of race, most men don't have children. So I would ask the question and dive deeper into, 2-3 levels. What type of men are you choosing? Are you always choosing men with children? And that's what I would automatically believe. So again, the whole premise of what I do, listen to what men think. We really want to know these things.
all right, let's do it. You want kids though, correct?
Absolutely. I want 4 boys.
You want 4 boys? You do.
Yeah.
All right, so we got Victoria, Chicago, 27, no kids, traveling, intake specialist.
You're gonna
Yes.
have 3 girls.
And let's do it. Are you on the Kendra G Singles dating app?
I sure am.
All right, what's your name on the app, baby?
It's Victoria.
Yeah, so this is gonna be the end of this video. We see some things. I mean, it's just what's going out here. Just because she's a different race and all this type of stuff, she has some of the same unexpected expectations of a lot of these women out here, and I'm just like, hers is just, she was actually able to articulate it a little bit different because she don't wear weave. And judging on the research that I have done, when you wear weave, because of all the chemicals and all that type of shit in there, if you wear it for an extended period of time, then your brain is somewhere. Maybe you should do the research if you wear weave in this type of shit. But if you're on Facebook, like the video, comment on the video. Go over to YouTube. It's Mr. Info 5000.